What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Back at you on another live stream. Man, let me wake up. A lot of interesting things going on for you tonight. First off is Derek Chauvin's new real estate. Go into that a little bit. Got some other interesting things in Florida. A few unconstitutional things they feel as though they want to ignore. Man, we got a watch party video out of Jersey City. Y'all stay around for that. Y'all gonna like that. It's very interesting. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, a couple years ago, transit worker out in Chicago was arrested. Got crazy. They arrested her because they said she was on the crime scene. We're gonna review that too. Give a special shout out to everybody in the chat. Stephen Fillin, what's going on, bro? Book Weymouth UK, Free Church Press. Appreciate all y'all. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, right before your eyes is Derek Chauvin's new real estate. But before we get into that, let's check out a Karen vid.
Please stop. Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording.
Please don't come close to me.
Please
Please don't come close to me.
Call the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm going to look at wrong. And there's a man African American man in my life. He's a threatening my job. There is an African American man he's recording me, threatening myself and my dog. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops. Oh,
Thank you.
please stop. Sorry, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to me.
It's a code. Stop.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm going to live. And there's a man African American man in my life. He's recording, threatening my job. There is an African American man out of the second part. He's recording me, threatening myself and my dog. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops. By a man in the ramble. Please send the cops.
Karen in Central Park, I believe. I always got to throw one of them Karen vids in here. Let y'all see them first. It's off from the blow for what we have up next. But we got Stop Injustice in the background. I'm about to bring her in. Stop Injustice, what's going on?
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm alright. Did you see that Karen vid I just played? I know it was buffering a little bit. Was you able to see it?
I just got in, but I believe it's the one where the lady called the cops on the black guy because
Yeah.
he told her to get a dog or whatever.
Yeah, that's a funny one, man. I got that in my playlist.
I mean, people do some of the dumbest stuff on camera.
I know, like she was really, really terrified. She was really terrified. I mean, she really was terrified. You could see it in her face, all because of the camera.
I don't think she was terrified. I seen some scared people. She didn't look scared to me.
You ain't see how red her face got?
That was just because she was embarrassed. Hi, everybody. I see people saying hi. Hello.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Loc Weymouth, Level Odds, Keith Anderson, Spooky Press Free.
Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well.
Shout outs to everybody. Hope everybody's safe in the comforts of their own home or, wherever they feel secure at. But I was just looking at some things today. I woke up late because I put some videos together early this morning. Stayed up all night last night. Put some videos together this morning. And I didn't get to bed till like 12, 1 o'clock. Probably later than that. But when I woke up, I refreshed on everything as far as, all the current events and everything that's going on. What's your take on what's going on, Stop Injustice?
It's exhausting. I can tell you that much. It's mentally exhausting.
All right. Hey, look, I want to jump real quick before we get to talking. I wanted to jump into this little thing right here. The new real estate that Derek Chauvin has now. Can you see that?
Yeah, he definitely looking thugged out.
I mean, he upgraded because look, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, right? If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, that's his Florida home. You see what I'm saying? So he definitely stepped up with acres and, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, more rooms but smaller. But it's better than taking a left turn and not being on this earth anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hi, Spooky. Thank you, Spooky. Press on free.
Oh, you
how encouraging. Yeah, I gotta like toggle between your video and then the chat. That's really weird why they won't put it like down at the bottom so you can see it.
Right. Hey, from the looks of it, the first thing you see is they diamond baseball field. That's nice right there. Sundays, get some popcorn, some ice cream, and hit a couple, after chow.
Like a great retreat, huh?
Right. I'm just checking it out, seeing what it look like because, shit. I've
never been in a prison like that.
I got a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm just, So.
Oh, thanks for the heart, Loc Weymouth, UK. He's very encouraging. I really like you guys. Or girl, I can't tell. I believe you.
Loc Weymouth, that's my man. Shout outs to Loc Weymouth, UK. That's my man right there.
Shout out. He always sending some love. But most of the people on here, Level Eyes, I appreciate it, man. I'm just one little old person dealing with tyrants out in Mesa, Arizona.
Right. It's crazy out there.
Look, that's been my life. It's been nothing but crazy with these people since I moved to this city. It's been nothing but harassment.
Right. So he got plenty of parking space, so his visitors don't have to worry about, anywhere to park at. They got plenty of that right there.
Well, his wife ain't coming.
Well, she might come up there to talk to him about the house. They still got business to take care of. They gotta go to court soon about
Yeah,
that
she gotta
tax.
get that little power of attorney.
Right,
Bless you too, man. You.
right. So I was looking at this before I went live, and I was just trying to, you know, figure out which is which as far as housing units. So
I don't know. I'm tripping. I'm still tripping on the baseball diamond. I ain't never seen that one at the prison.
you never seen that before? Yeah,
Not, not,
that's a staple in most prisons. Gotta have a baseball field.
not in Arizona. It ain't. It's all punishment. I mean, they used to put you in the tent out here. You can't have a dog outside, but they'll put you outside in 118-degree temperature. But put a dog out there, and they're sending you to jail.
Hey, Maricopa County is in Arizona, right?
Yes, sir. That's where I'm at.
Well, prisoners wear pink at. They wear pink.
Well, they stopped it just recently, but they used to have pink. Yeah, the pink drawers and the pink socks.
Right, the warden was all for it. I remember seeing it.
That's right. Tent City ain't no joke.
About mid 2000s, they used to play all those crazy cop shows on Spike TV, and I think I remember seeing it. Well, he was on a couple. They had his thing on a couple of shows as far as how much of a tyrant he was, and having people wear, having the prisoners wear pink uniforms.
Oh yeah, bad food.
I think they was chain ganging it too. I think they was chain ganging it.
Yes, they did. Well, since he's been out of there, they did some changes. They closed down Tent City. Thanks, little eyes. I know exactly what it is. It's no joke either. Right. I haven't been in it when it was 118 now, but I was in there when it was 90 degrees, and it was quite miserable. And then it got cold at night because we're in the desert,
Right.
And it was miserable. But luckily, I only had to spend a few days in there, so. And luckily they took it away. So.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Arpaio? Yeah, Joe Arpaio, when the president exonerated or whatever.
Who?
Joe Arpaio.
Oh, shout out to Crystal Clear Artists. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm stuck on this screen right here of ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull this information out. Ah man, I had the information and everything. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is Minnesota Correctional Facility, and that's located in Oak Park Heights. So I was just looking at the landscape of the situation, and I'm noticing right here you got all these conjoined cubes together.
Mm-hmm.
So that looked like, I would assume that's General Pop. All this right here is General Pop. Trying to figure out what this area is right here. A little court area. Oh, here go a wall ball area right here. See that wall right there? That's good wall ball action right there. I had a lot of Mexicans kick my ass in that game.
Phoenix level I. If you talking about what Tent City was. Man, my phone be getting hot when I get on this damn thing.
I'm trying to figure out what this is right here. But before I get to that, I'm just going to go all around.
Yeah, they did Green Night, but it didn't matter.
It's a shame that he can't even utilize all this. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What you were saying?
Okay. I was responding to Gray Knight. He was saying the civil rights organization was trying to get Arpaio out, but we had to vote him out. So, and I made sure I went and did that. I don't know if it counted, but I fucking went and did it because he had to go.
Right. All right, let me jump into this real quick so we can keep moving along. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm just over here reviewing the Minnesota Correctional Facility, Oak Park Heights. This is Derek Chauvin's new real estate, not necessarily his permanent real estate, but for a moment, maybe he may stay, he may get transferred. It depends. But what I do know is that this is the most secure facility in the state. So it's a possibility, due to his high-profile case, that he will remain here, or they could transfer him. So I'm just looking at little small parts here in the area right here.
I can tell you where he is gonna be in PC.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I was just saying. It's a shame that he's not going to be able to utilize all this area right here, because
Hmm.
he's going to be in protective custody, and that's one of the reasons why I'm looking at the whole facility.
Oh,
Just
they
trying
gonna
to.
let him out with the other guys. That's how they do that. They let him out with the other PCs. That's how they do that.
Oh yeah, of course. Most likely he'll be with other police officers who did egregious things and uh, child molesters, people in that matter. So I'm looking at this area right here. This these two triangles right here. I'm not sure. I'm
Hmm.
just speculating, but I was saying that over here, right here, right. Let me turn this around. Right here looks like general population housing units. Here as well, and here as well. Here as well. That all like general pop. It could be separated certain things. It could be some people in these buildings that I showed could catch a write up for fighting or something, and a section of this area could be uh, segregated for them. There's multiple segregation units within a facility. But I was focused on this area right here, and I was just thinking maybe this is probably where he's going to be housed at, and because like this area, this yard area, these triangles right here, they that's secure. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody that's along the perimeter of these triangles would take time during the day, an hour or so, 23 and 1, 22 and 2, however they do it. That 1 hour out of the 24 hours would be their time individually to be in that yard area right there. So he might be in this area right here. He might be housed along this area, and this is definitely a housing unit because I'm looking at the windows. The windows are real narrow, and that's how most windows are on jail cells.
I wonder if he got a room to himself.
If he got what? He got a single cell.
Is that what it is? Nobody
He,
else gets that luxury.
he got, huh? Well,
No one else gets that luxury being by themselves, even in
you know
protective
what they,
custody.
you know what they going to do to him if anybody that's in general population, anybody that's not in protective custody. And for real, even the people that's in protective custody may not even be having contact with him. I'm pretty sure, like, he gonna get to know people, and he probably. I look at Chauvin as the type that's gonna stay to himself. He ain't gonna talk to nobody, but he will be communicating with his lawyer as much as he can. But I see him in there not talking to nobody, keeping to himself. And even though there's a limitation to him even dealing with the people who are housed on his unit, there's still some kind of communication that he can have with them back and forth. If
Yeah,
he,
but he ain't trying to talk to nobody. He might run into
it's
somebody he know.
like remember, it's possibility that there could be another police officer. How about Noor, the guy Noor? We gotta figure out where he at. He might be in there. The one
Yeah.
who the one who killed that lady in I think it was Minneapolis. Was it St. Paul or in Minneapolis?
Mm-hmm. What officer you talking about? Nor you said?
Officer Noor, he killed the woman 2 years prior to
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that.
yeah, he shot his he discharged his service weapon across his partner while he was driving, or while he was
It,
I don't know if he was driving, but he was in the car. Shouts to
I thought
Wayne
that was the
Family.
one. I thought that
Shouts
was the
to
one with the lady in the alley. They called the police, and she was in the alley, and they pulled up, and she walked up to the car, and his paranoid ass shot her.
right, and he shot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was in Minnesota, and I believe it was either Minneapolis or St. Paul. I'm not sure. I would say probably Minneapolis, but a possibility
Karen is dangerous.
possibility he could be in there. Shout out Fear Porn, Wayne Fame. But yeah, this is definitely an upgrade from that Florida home. You know,
Oh, that's a pretty big crib for somebody making cop salary.
that's the Florida home right there. And
It's,
as we know, they'll be him and his ex-wife will be going to court shortly for tax evasion.
something going on. They always got some nice stuff for some people that don't make that much money. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. They be having some nice stuff, boats, and nice cars, big house. Wonder
Right.
how they get that. Wonder how they get that. You wonder how they get that?
Distributing tyranny and corruption. You know, I always said that their main thing is revenue. You know,
He got 3 homes.
all the traffic stops and all the bullshit traffic stops that they do across the country on these highways. You know that fills their pockets.
Yeah, I already know, but that shit ain't nothing new to me. I grew up in Chicago. I know what they do. I
Hmm.
know exactly what they do. I knew about corruption before corruption wasn't even a thing.
What's up with Florida, though?
What's up with Florida? It ain't just Florida. It's I just discovered states across the country um, signing these anti-riot bills, um, basically preventing people from protesting. They say that 3 or more people is considered a mob, and they're rioting, and you can be imprisoned on felony charges. But that's
What?
just stuff.
So if me, you, and somebody in the chat went outside in front of the police station and said we don't like how they police, and we did that in Florida, we could get arrested.
Yes, it's considered a riot in their
And
new bill.
that's local, federal bill.
I, I believe it's just statewide, man.
Right, statewide.
Yeah, but that's not even the worst of it. The
But
worst,
I mean, that contradicts the Constitution.
yeah. Well, I think somebody already filed a suit against that, so it'll be going to court. Exactly for the exact reason that it's unconstitutional and it's suppressing people's right to redress their government. So
I see.
yeah,
I see the sheriff had something to say about it. He was talking heavy.
yeah. They always got a lot to say, except for when somebody shoots somebody. Then they be like, "Oh, we got to investigate first. Let me look into it." But
Yeah,
apparently, they just brought this bill up right during deliberations on Monday for Mr. Chauvin now, and they didn't want no riot, so they got ahead of the curve and started coming up with this bill. But what I just discovered is it's going on all across the country. It's like 81 bills or something that the Republicans has put forward in regards to rioting, like making it like give you like qualified immunity in a sense for running people over who are blocking the road. And if you say you feel intimidated or not even scared, you don't even have to say you're scared. It's intimidated or threatened, you can
Mm,
actually run them over without with impunity. Like they don't charge you, and you get off scot free.
let's check what this sheriff talking about in Florida.
Land of free, yeah, huh?
It's where we work, where we live, but it's also where the world comes to play. To bring their children. And the children have a right to. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had the privilege of being in law enforcement my entire adult life, and I've worked with the legislature for a majority of my law enforcement career in my adult life. Never have I seen the leadership that I see with Governor DeSantis, with Speaker Sprouse, and with President Simpson. They're making a positive difference, not for government, but for the people of the state of Florida. Florida is a unique place and a special place. It's where we work, where we live, but it's also where the world comes to play, to bring their children. And their children have a right to be safe. And that's guaranteed under the leadership of our governor, our speaker, our president, and the way we do business in Florida. You can compare and contrast. Look at Seattle, Portland, Minneapolis. That's no way to treat the community. That's no way to treat those that put their entire life into building their business. We saw folks' businesses burn around this nation who literally had worked their entire life and had every penny of their life savings involved. And what our governor said is, that's not happening. And we're going to be proactive, and we're going to make sure people are safe. Well, it might.
Hey, look at the hog in the back though, with the high and tight cut. You see the hog in the back?
Yeah, the
I
box cut.
was just waiting for him to snort.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Might come as a surprise to you, Governor. I got some. I want to make sure everybody knows this is a peaceful protest. We encourage it. It's the foundation of our country, and we want people to peacefully protest when they feel the need.
So that's the picture of that's the famous picture that they made a statue out of. They made a statue out of this woman right here. And I forgot where it was at, where they put it up at.
Mm-mm.
You know anything about that right there? That picture, that's a famous picture right there. And they made a statue out of it. I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat knows about it. Shout outs to Whitley Williams. Free Thinker 59, Finbar, what's going on? But he's making an example out of this picture right here and saying how that's a peaceful protest. And they actually made a statue out of this black woman right here. And they put it up overseas somewhere. And there was some controversy about it as well.
Mm-mm.
This is a right, and this will get you locked up before quick in the state of Florida. Pay attention. We've got new law, and we're going to use it if you make us. Get you locked up before quick in the state of Florida.
Get you locked up before quick.
Mm-mm.
Verbal threats. Get you locked up before quick. That's some new shit. I ain't heard that shit before. I ain't fucking with that.
Seen it though. You saw him try to trespass me. They was ready to put me in cuffs right away. And trying to get me real quick. What do you say, right quick?
He ain't say real quick. He said get you locked up before quick.
Yeah, I know all about that.
That's faster than real quick.
It must be, because I ain't never heard of it so goddamn quick.
We encourage it. It's the foundation of our country. And we want people to peacefully protest when they feel the need. This is a riot. And this will get you locked up before quick in the state of Florida. Pay attention. We got new law. And we're going to use it if you make us.
Look at him. Whoa, yo, look at him snickering in the background. All of them. He said, pay attention. We got a new law. All of them in the background shot a smug snicker. These piece of shit motherfuckers. Listen, look at this shit. They all shot out a smug snicker. He said, pay attention. We got a new law. Watch everybody's face, y'all.
State of Florida. Pay attention. We got new law. And we're going to use it if you make us.
Whoa.
We're going to protect.
That's deep. Shout out CJ Lee. Base Welshman. That's crazy, yo. One more time.
When they feel the need. This is a riot. And this will get you locked up before quick in the state of Florida. Pay attention. We've got new law. And we're going to use it if you make us. We're going to protect people. No longer will people walk up.
That smug snicker from each one of their faces was basically saying, fuck you and fuck the Constitution. This is what we're doing on a local level. We're going to push it. And we don't give a fuck about you. That's what that was about. We're winning. We're going to get over on this Constitution shit. It's going to fade to black. You dumb motherfuckers. That's what they're saying.
That shit's crazy. These people crazy, man. Everybody just lost their damn mind. Oh my goodness.
Florida, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not just Florida, man. They doing it all over the country. It's 81 bills all over the country. Iowa already did some stuff. Oklahoma, I think they said it was another state.
See, I don't think people understand that what they doing. When they do this, they're enforcing control and they're taking away your human right. You mean what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is right now, if any two of you from out the chat rode with me to Florida and we said we don't like this shit, we getting locked the fuck up. And you can best believe with this bill that they signed, it's going to be some harsh penalties to whoever violates it.
Yeah, I think one of them said like 15 years.
15 years for expressing a fuck you to a piece of shit blue blood.
A piece of shit like them. Everybody up on that stage, they think it's funny. They chuckling about it. Like that's the crazy part. Like who these people think they are? Always screaming free this and free that and patriot this, but then try to suppress everybody else. Like what kind of shit is that?
That was their presentation of saying, fuck you American people. All we're going to do is make sure you keep running our machine because all of you motherfuckers are just spokes in the wheel. Okay? We look at you as sheep anyway. And we're saying fuck you and fuck the Constitution. That's what those smiles on the face. We're winning. We're going to get this Constitution the fuck out of here completely. And we're going to do what we want to do with you motherfuckers. And if you don't do what we want you to do, then we're going to kill you. And it don't mean they going to come and put a bullet in your head or, take you to jail and electrocute. No, they ain't going to do that. It's real simple. They're going to deprive you of your basic shit. It's coming. You better believe it's fucking coming. They're going to deprive you of your basic shit. It's going to get crazy.
As a citizen of Florida or a visitor of Florida surround you while you're eating dinner at an outdoor cafe in a big mob without there being immediate consequences and arrest. It's not acceptable. Well, there's always some that don't get it the first time. Peaceful protests, we encourage, and more riot. We can tell the difference. And
The funny thing to me is, I just looked at the pictures. And the pictures, in the forefront of the pictures, shows minorities. Even the first two that they showed, the forefront of the pictures were minorities. Am I right?
Yeah, it's including the one at Disneyland.
Okay, so now we got two more pictures. And on the right, on the forefront, are minorities. On the left, we can't tell what this figure is. But see, this is the propaganda. You understand what I'm saying? He showed you these pictures. So, the average sheep motherfucker is going to coincide all this together. Now, our focus right now is the left picture right there with the fire, with this crazy motherfucker with his arms up. Okay? In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, and it's always in my opinion, and I'm going to give it the fuck up because it's my freedom of speech. I would say that's a group. A so-called terrorist group, Antifa, and that's just what I'm saying. But
I don't know. Look like Spider to me. Look like Spider and Pookie now.
My point is for saying all this is that they never mention who the fuck really be causing the problems. They never mention Antifa. They always say a certain group. This is the bullshit that they portray to us. They try to get over with on us and make us think, oh, minorities are the problem. They the ones that's always starting to fucking loot and burn and all. And that's not fucking true.
But I already seen one sheriff said it right. I can't remember what town it was. It wasn't too long ago, a couple of months ago. And he just went off. And it was disgusting. Something had happened there. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Kenosha, Wisconsin. Sheriff or something got up there acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about lock them all in the warehouse and all that shit. Like, what? Hey, people was losing their mind. Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Stop stepping on motherfuckers' necks and maybe, everybody can get along. But y'all don't want to be acting up.
Right.
We just trying to live just like everybody else.
I'm trying to see, I'm trying to hear more of this fucking narrative that he's creating.
I'll guarantee you that you'll be able to tell the difference if you come here and riot. If you come here and protest peacefully, we encourage that. But why is all of this important? I'll tell you why. I've got something I want you to see. This is what we enjoy in Florida. This is the Florida we know and love.
Black
This
people,
is our speaker, our president. This is what all these law enforcement officers and administrators.
Now you got an advertisement campaign going on because everybody know Disney World, it helps the state. It helps the state like a motherfucker. It brings motherfuckers from all over. All types of money comes to Florida. So now, while he put this narrative on us, he's also advertising as well. So your average sheep motherfucker is sucking this shit up in the sponge that's in between his motherfucking ears. And then
Absolutely.
this motherfucker puts a picture up of Mickey Mouse and he's like, hey, hon, should we set up a trip for Disney World in August? And I'm telling you, man, just these press statements are all about fucking your head up and trying to control how you think.
Yep. It's already been a proven experiment, and that's right, Jay. You are all the same.
But real quick though,
Just a little different. Just a little different, but all the same.
I need you to clarify something for me. He just said peaceful protests are acceptable. So is that along the lines with signing some kind of petition or signing up to have a peaceful protest? Like, can we just go out there and have a peaceful protest, and if somebody is not happy with what we're protesting about, can we still get locked up? Or does the peaceful protest has to be agreed with the city?
From what I heard from what the bill states, it said three or more people protesting was considered a mob and a riot. I didn't hear no differences between no peaceful protests or non-peaceful. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you shouldn't have to ask for permission to exercise your First Amendment right. So why would you be calling somebody and getting some kind of permit or whatever they trying to get you to pay for? Just for
Mm-hmm.
the police to come and tear gas you after you done paid for it. All right, time's up. Tear gas.
There's
He's
and they're also do every day. They guarantee an environment where you can come here
murder.
and heck, you can even have more fun. Here's another picture. This is the Florida we know and love. We're a special place. And there are millions and millions of people who like to come here. And quite frankly, we like to have them here. So we only want to share one thing as you move in hundreds a day. Welcome to Florida. But don't register to vote and vote the stupid way you did up north, and you'll get what they got. There's a reason that this place.
Same old Southern state. Ain't nothing changed. Just like they was beefing back in the day, they still beefing now.
There's a reason why we have a 49-year low crime rate. And the same people that don't think we should have an anti-rioting bill or a rioting bill are the same ones that think we ought to let more people out of prison. And where they're doing that, as the governor and our speakers have alluded to, crime goes up. But it's not just crime that goes up, victimization goes up. The people in those states are hurt and killed, and their livelihoods changed, and their children are changed. So when I look at this president, I know my children and my grandchildren are safer today than they've ever been because of his leadership and the leadership of our speaker and our president and the wonderful men and women, the sheriffs that are here. God bless you all.
Yeah, he's big hero. He just said everybody heroes. Like, get your ass out of here. Like, ugh.
Don't sit down somewhere. The hog in the back can't wait to waddle in some fucking mud. That's what he waiting to do.
Yeah, waddling some stolen money and false police reports.
Right.
Oh, my back is killing me today.
What I got next?
Oh,
Let me see. Definitely got a lineup though. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Shout outs to special guest Stopping Justice.
what up?
Chew.
Oh boy, I'm over here trying to self-medicate. My back is killing me. You
All
just
right.
celebrated the holiday yesterday, right?
Say that again.
I said, did you celebrate the holiday yesterday?
You know, I was wondering why they ain't picked the trash up.
Yeah.
What was the holiday? I'm sorry.
They say there's something called 420.
Oh, that's every day. Yeah, I celebrated that. CBD style though.
I said it's been 50 years since 420.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was actually started by a group of college kids who met every day at 420.
Uh,
Surprisingly punctual for some high people, but yeah, they met every day at 420 to get high.
oh wow, I didn't know that. What state? What state it started in?
They said 50 years ago.
What
What state?
state
I can't remember what state they said. Might have been California.
telling me it was either New York or Washington. I could be wrong though. Because you know
So,
they heavy with the weed in Washington. Heavy.
I mean, I don't remember what state it was, but all I know is it's like I was just shocked that people was meeting every day on time.
Hmm.
And then they said Afro Man, you know, the guy that sing that. Then I got high. Then I got high. That song. He supposed to have a concert, but they forgot to put in the permit for the weed and the alcohol. So it didn't change in 50 years. They remembered to meet up at 420 every day back then, but then they forgot to do the permits this year.
Hmm.
Thank you. Otherwise, just sound safety low. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the picture spin bar. Like, it helps with the visual. Some people are visual. With the propaganda, they need the visualization.
Right.
So it's always a scary black man. That's why that's why somebody always getting shot and shit. They were just talking about a couple more guys that got killed in Tennessee and North Carolina.
Yeah, Virginia too, right?
One
When they
of them
got
at a
killed
school.
yesterday, one in Virginia, a black
Uh, I didn't hear anything about one in Virginia. I just heard about one at school, inside of a school in Tennessee, a 17-year-old, and one in North Carolina. I don't know how old he was, but with the name Andrew Brown, you know. What
right.
happened? See another police shooting. Fox on the run because he got high. Yes, exactly, little eye.
Hey,
You say I am set on your
I'm
letter.
pulling this video up of a CTA worker, basically a transit worker,
Yeah,
uh,
not.
that worked at in Chicago subway. Her name was Martese Lee. This
Mm-hmm.
happened a couple of years ago. I believe it was in 2018 in Chicago, Illinois. And there was a situation that happened on the train. A person got stabbed, and the police didn't secure the area. There was an investigation that they was conducting, but they didn't secure the area. And a lot of people just walking through. And Martese Lee was actually the transit worker who worked in that subway. And she was communicating on her radio, I guess, with her supervisor. There was a police officer that said, "Ma'am, you're walking into our crime scene." And I know she probably didn't know that you gotta have crime scene tape up for it to actually be a crime scene, but she didn't even do anything wrong. She actually was working on that platform, and when he grabbed her by the arm, she actually was walking towards the edge of the platform, getting out the way when she said she has to leave the platform. And she was trying to communicate with her supervisor and trying to listen to what he was saying. And she was just putting her finger up like, wait a second. He kept getting indignant. And I'm not going to spoil the whole video, but I'm going to let y'all check it out.
It was recent Fox on the run, and I have no idea what you're speaking of, Wayman.
Check this out, man. I'm going to turn this music down.
Julian Assange, I think everybody should have their free speech, man.
I just lost the video. Here it go. My fault, y'all. This better be it. Yeah, here it is.
outside. It's not a crime scene. Yeah, he's grabbing after the victim. Well, ma'am, come out here. Okay, you need to get out of the crime scene, man. Please get out of the crime scene. That's what I'm telling you. And you're touching me. Because you're in the crime scene, and I'm not touching me.
So as you can see, the officer, as soon as the video came on, the officer was asking, are we having them walk around? He was like, yeah, it's a crime scene. If it's a crime scene, y'all need to hurry up and get tape up. And understandably, they probably don't have no tape at the moment because they just got there. So what they should do is they should go towards the stairwell area, go towards the entrance areas to let people know, and have some officers also around the area where the crime happened at, because there was some blood or something on the floor, on the platform. But instead of doing all that, he wants to get aggressive with her by putting his hands on her, unwanted touch. She's a worker down there. She's communicating with her supervisor.
You're not going to crime scene.
And I'm doing my job. Do not touch me.
You're not doing your job. You can do your job from right there.
Do not touch me.
You can do your job from right there. Don't go to the crime scene again. And don't go to the crime scene again.
Don't touch me.
Then don't go to the crime scene again. It's very simple. You can go back and forth all day.
Don't touch me.
It's not right. You're in a crime scene. You can't walk around free.
You're officers, but we can deal with this first and then we'll talk about that later. He grabbed me.
Why? Are you on the crime scene or something?
So right now, she's speaking with the supervisor, and she's telling the supervisor that other officer who told her to leave the crime scene. Now they got tape up. You see, they got tape up now. She's telling the supervisor that, he pretty much gave her unwanted touch. She's upset about it. She's complaining to the officer. Watch the tune of the officer and then watch how it switch.
I'm walking, talking, and it's telling me that's the situation. You can grab me and push me.
Maybe you were in the crime scene. I'm not sure.
Right there, I'm not by the
They wouldn't
and I'm walking
grab
over
you just
top
for no
of him.
reason.
He grabbed me and pushed me. Clearly, you can be saying to him
Okay.
right there.
Hey, you want me to ask him why?
I want something to be done.
He tells me that you were obstructing it.
He said, do you want me to ask her over here? He said, do you want me to ask him over here? And she said, I want something to be done. Check it out.
Hey, you want me to ask him why?
I want something to be done.
Well, if he tells me that you were obstructing the crime scene, we're going to arrest you.
You're not going to arrest me.
Yes, we are.
This is my job.
We're not going to. That's the way it's going to go. If you
It's not going to work because this is my job.
that'll be his job. You'll be obstructing his job, which is.
So once he receives the inkling that she has a complaint, he automatically tells her, if I find out you were obstructing a crime scene, you're going to be arrested. He wasn't even really worried about the situation of her coming up complaining to him. But as soon as she mentioned a complaint, he switched the whole tune up.
That's the thing. So if I'm walking, I'm not stepping on the blood.
Now you're playing apples and oranges. This is our
Apples and
crime
oranges is not to be pushed.
scene. Okay, I'm going to ask you.
Are
you the supervisor?
Yes, I am.
Is it worth it to you that serious for this?
Yes, because he pushed me.
They pushed you out of the crime scene.
Yes, I almost took the blue tail.
They pushed me too because I didn't know I was in the middle of it.
That's your guy. I don't know, like no man allow me. I don't care.
He didn't push you
Yes.
down. He
It
moved.
doesn't matter, but he pushed me.
He touched you.
Exactly.
So what's
We're
the
not supposed to
problem?
touch you.
Yes, he can touch you.
Can I touch you and grab you the way you grab
We
me?
can touch you to move you out of
Can
the
I
crime
touch you
scene.
and grab you the way you grab me?
Ma'am, we can touch.
Basically, you got 12 monkeys on this platform. You got 12 monkeys that do not know how to direct traffic when there's a crime scene on the platform. It's simple. You make a square around where the blood is. You tell people to walk around. But instead, they rather put their hands on people.
You to move you out of a crime scene.
So I can touch you.
No, you can't touch me. We can touch you.
Okay, I can touch
This is
you.
not your job. This is our job. Your job is to
It's your
conduct the
job,
training.
exactly. And I was talking to my manager to let them.
Your job is to work with the trains. This is not our crime scene. If you're in the middle of it, we can move you out of it. Yes.
I'm not
We're going to move you out of the crime
I'm
scene.
not your crime scene.
There's no complaint. If that's your complaint, there's no complaint. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna talk to him then.
No, that's fine, but that's fine.
She just asked him for his badge number, and watch how it escalates.
Oh yeah. Too.
Which one of you guys grabbed her?
She was walking through the crime scene. She wanted to get out of the crime scene. And I took her from behind and I got her outside the crime scene.
You're absolutely right.
He just moved you out of the crime scene, is what he's saying.
No, I didn't.
He grabbed you and moved you out of the crime
That's
scene.
fine, but anyway, you said you needed what for me? Sorry. Let me get something.
You need to do the whole tape. And she can supervise you the whole tape. Do the whole tape for me. The tape off what?
You have to get that from the phone. I can't do that.
No, that's the
Was she obstructing the crime scene?
Yes. I told her, it's on my body camera. I told her she had to get out of the crime scene. She kept.
He just moved you out of the crime scene, is what he's saying.
No, I didn't.
He grabbed you and moved you out of the crime
That's
scene.
fine, but anyway, you said you needed what for me? Sorry. Let me get something.
You need to do the whole tape. They want you to supervise you the whole tape. Do the whole tape for me. The tape off what?
You have to get that from the phone. I can't do that.
No, that's
Was she obstructing the crime scene?
Yes. I told her, it's on my body camera. I told her she had to get out of the crime scene. She kept walking. I told her she got out of the crime
Did she continue in our crime scene?
Walking away from the crime scene. I guess I wasn't walking fast enough for him. No, I didn't. He pushed me right over there. It didn't all be saying. But guess what? It's on camera and I'm done with it now.
I mean, are we done with this? I mean, he's explaining what
I'm not done with it. Y'all can be done with it.
You're not done with it?
Oh, I'm not. Because
Do you want to have her arrested for obstructing our crime scene? She can laugh all she wants, but she cannot obstruct our crime scene. Was she obstructing our crime scene?
She did not. Actually, when I told her, I said, "Man, you got to get out of the crime scene." She did this for the second time. That's why I'm on the crime scene.
He pushed me from behind.
We can look at my body.
We sure can.
Okay, arrest her.
A federal lawsuit has been filed after a Chicago officer told a CTA worker he would arrest her if she filed a complaint against the police. It started more than 4 months ago at the Jackson Red Line platform. Musician Michael Malinowski, known as Machete Mike for the way he plays guitar, was playing music when he was suddenly stabbed by a 38-year-old woman. The woman later said the guitar player had given her a headache. CTA supervisor Martese Lee was there as the incident commander. Chicago police arrived at the scene, and what followed was captured on body camera footage. When they came to the control center, my manager was on the radio asking me to assess the situation to see if trains could bypass that regular normal stop. CBD had not taped off the crime scene yet, but even as a member of the public walked through the unmarked scene, an officer singles out Lee. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I got all types of pop-ups popping on my screen. That's why I'm reading crazy. I'm trying to close this stuff. Do not touch me, Lee responded. The entire incident lasted for about 30 seconds. Lee said the officer grabbed her, and then she went up to a CPD sergeant to tell him what happened. Or maybe you were in the crime scene. I'm not sure. He wouldn't grab you just for no reason, Sergeant Spiker said.
No, I didn't. He pushed me right over there. It didn't all be saying. But guess what? It's on camera and I'm done with it now.
I mean, are we done with this? I mean, he's explaining what
I'm not done with it. Y'all can be done with it.
You're not done with it?
Oh, I'm not.
Do you want to have her arrested for obstructing our crime scene? She can laugh all she wants, but she cannot obstruct our crime scene. Was she obstructing our crime scene?
She did not. Actually, when I told her, I said, "Man, you got to get out of the crime scene." She did this for the second time. That's why I'm on the crime scene.
He pushed me from behind.
We can look at my body.
We sure can.
Okay, arrest her.
You aren't going to arrest me for doing my job, Lee told him. Yes, we are. That's the way it's going to go if you want to complain, Sergeant Spiker said. Lee was arrested and kept on the platform for 8 minutes before she was released without charges. She was released without charges, ladies and gentlemen. Lee's attorney, Jordan Marsh, has filed a federal lawsuit alleging false arrest and violation of Lee's First Amendment right. He said the dispute gets at something deeper, what he called the casual corruption that keeps citizens from speaking up about mistreatment. The way the sergeant said it, knowing he was on video, he was so casual about it. Didn't seem to think there was anything wrong with it, Marsh said. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability is investigating and did not comment for this story. A spokesperson for the city laws department said she couldn't comment on litigation.
It's all on camera, and I'm done with it now.
Are we done with this? I mean, he's explaining what he did.
I'm not done with it. Y'all can be done with it.
You're not done with it?
Oh, I'm not.
Was she obstructing our crime scene?
She did not. That's when I told her, I said, man, you gotta get out of the crime scene. She didn't listen for the second time. That's when I told her.
He pushed me from behind.
You can look at my body.
You sure can.
Okay, arrest her. But she ain't getting back.
Because he said I'm walking in the crime scene. I can put my radio back on myself and you snatching stuff. That is so.
They locking this lady up, man. This is crazy. This happened a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all the exact date on it. Give me a second.
Why are we arresting her? He said I was obstructing the crime scene.
But she ain't getting back.
Because he said I'm walking in the crime scene. I can put my radio back on myself and you snatching stuff. That is so. So why are we arresting her? He said I was obstructing the crime scene.
She's walking to the crime scene. I followed her. I said, you have to get out of the crime scene, man. You gotta get out of the crime scene. She's talking on the phone. So you gotta get out of the crime scene. I took her arms like this from behind it, and I guided her outside the crime scene. She turned around and spun me and said, don't put your hands on me. I'm doing my job. I said, you do your job out here? She said, don't you ever put your hands on me. I said, you're in the crime scene. It's all on my body camera.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we were pushing from behind.
Did she continue in the crime scene?
After I moved her out, as I put her out, no, but she wouldn't listen to me walking through. And she said, it's straight for the blood.
Possibly not here in the direction the first time?
No, because she don't know that I'm on the phone talking to my boss.
Exactly. You are
They were instructing her to crime time.
Okay, so maybe she didn't hear the direction first? Was it possible?
It's a possibility that maybe she didn't hear. I mean,
And did you hear them say get out of crime
No, I
scene?
did not, but he also pushed me, and that was the whole issue.
But that's not an issue.
That is an issue.
That's not an issue. Because he can grab you and move you out of
So what
crime
y'all
scene.
got to do? Because
This motherfucker just said that's not an issue. They asked her, did she hear him? She said, no, I didn't, but that's not the issue. The issue is that he grabbed me. Now, let's talk about how he grabbed her. He didn't grab her like a pat on the arm when somebody's trying to get your attention or on the shoulder. No, he didn't pat her like that. He grabbed her arm.
No, but she wouldn't listen to me walking through. And she said, it's straight for the blood.
Possibly not here in the direction the first time?
No, because she don't know that I'm on the phone talking to my boss.
exactly, you are
they were instructing her to crime time.
Okay, so maybe she didn't hear the direction first? Was it possible?
It's a possibility that maybe she didn't hear. I mean,
And did you hear them say to get out of the crime
No, I
scene?
did not, but he also pushed me, and that was the whole issue.
But that's not an issue.
That is an issue.
That's not an issue. Because he can grab you and move you out of the crime scene.
This happened on February 4th, 2020, ladies and gentlemen.
What I'm saying is, he's saying that she was directed several times to stop walking through the crime scene. And she wouldn't not do that. And then he grabbed her and moved her from the crime scene. And then she's upset about being grabbed, but she was in the crime scene. But I thought that perhaps she keeps going in and out of the crime scene.
they were instructed to block off the crime scene. So
No,
we're getting
I
conflicting
can't. This is
information.
part of our policy. You're handcuffed.
I cannot wait.
I'm just trying to do a full investigation.
You weren't trying to do nothing. He pushed me.
I'm doing it right now. He can push you out
He
of the
can't
crime
push me
scene.
nowhere.
He can. We have a crime scene for that better. Yes, we can.
It ain't no calm down. I ain't even supposed to be on the clock. I'm doing y'all. Okay.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
Don't get me out of this. I didn't do nothing.
I know you didn't do anything. It's a misunderstanding.
It's not. He pushed me.
Tisa, please. I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. This is wrong.
Okay. We'll take it up with their sergeants. They're looking for.
Lee thinks she was bullied. I think they were bullying me not to complain, she said. Lee has worked for the CTA for nearly a decade and has no criminal history.
I've told her several times she couldn't go on the crime scene. She held up her phone. I'm talking to my boss. I moved her out of the crime scene, and she's calling on me and got very aggressive, telling me, "Don't you ever put your hands on me." Said it several times. And I said, "You need to stay on the crime scene." She kept saying it back and forth, back and forth.
Which she has a right to say. She has a right to say that. If she feels as though she received unwanted touch, she has the right to say, "Don't put your motherfucking hands on me."
I tried to explain even I was entering it without knowledge, and he grabbed me to move me out of it. Because I didn't realize how big it was, but she's not trying to hear that. She feels like we can't move her out of the crime scene, but we had to.
You can't.
She wouldn't
You can't
listen
push
to direction. Yes, he can. What part of that don't you understand? You or anyone can be moved out of the crime scene.
Okay. Whatever.
Once I'm here, I can move POs out of it.
Okay, move them out. Do what
That's
you gotta
our rules.
do. Do what you gotta
Does
do.
that make sense?
I
That's
completely
it.
understand. So it's a misunderstanding.
It's really not. But,
You know, she was being following instructions from the control.
It was over for me until she stood.
yeah, when you do is done. Push me.
See, she's not really.
Vanessa.
So we can take care of this another. Come on. We're gonna be on national TV.
I don't
series.
care.
You're gonna jeopardize your job.
You just asked for what? I didn't do nothing.
I mean, she was on the phone with our control center, and they were giving her instructions to block off the tracks. Me.
Sounds like it was a misunderstanding. It's possible that she didn't hear it, and that's why it had to move.
We can take care of this another. Come on. We're gonna be on national TV.
I don't
series.
care.
You're gonna jeopardize your job.
So we got the bootlicker trying to coddle the situation, telling Martese we can handle this another way. You don't want to be on national TV. Do you want to lose your job? As if she's the one in the wrong. This is what you call a bootlicker. I'm sorry. Okay, nice attractive girl and everything, but this is what you call a bootlicker and a she. To appease the situation, because nobody in their right mind can say that was cool. But to appease the situation, she's going to tell Martese, come on, we can handle this another way. Do you want to be on national TV? You can lose your job. What type of shit? That she's supposed to be standing up, but man, let me play this shit.
You just asked for what? I didn't do nothing.
I mean, she was on the phone with our control center, and they were giving her instructions to block off the tracks. Me. What is it that you want?
Sounds like it was a misunderstanding. It's possible that she didn't hear it, and that's why you had to move her out of the threat, so it wasn't being disobedient.
Except that she held her phone and said, "No, I'm doing my job."
So
You want me to get your handcuffs off?
maybe she didn't hear the first part.
Okay.
She didn't enter in after you moved her out of it, right?
Well, then she became more argumentative.
What's crazy is that the initial officer who we're looking through his body cam right now, he wasn't even pressing the situation. The situation didn't get escalated until she talked to the officer that we're looking at, the supervisor. When she started talking to him saying, listen, I want a complaint, then that's how I escalated. Now, because he really don't care about this woman standing in front of us, her supervisor. He don't care about her trying to appease the situation. I think that he realized, it's not worth it. Still an asshole, but now he's trying to calm the situation down after he escalated it. Now he's de-escalating. and trying to calm the situation down. He drilled and drilled this officer whose body cam footage we're looking through, and he told him what happened. Now he wants to, de-escalate the situation.
Everything's on my body cam.
Sounds like so you want to get
You don't need to apologize. You weren't the one doing that.
It's crazy, man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna let y'all have a 2 or 3 minute intermission real quick. I got a little watch party video, we could get into. Get your popcorn, roll up, do what y'all gotta do. Because we're gonna be jumping into a video in a couple minutes. It's a good video from out of Jersey City. Probably about 15, 16 minutes long, but when I first watched it, I watched it all the way through. Stop Injustice, you still there? I think Stop Injustice went to sleep. Stop Injustice.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I've been. I couldn't say nothing until you unmuted me.
I'm sorry about that. I'm still figuring this thing out, man. You see, I be messing up here and there. I mess up a lot. And, being as though I just mentioned messing up, I want to address my audio situation. I know it's sucky, y'all. And I'm working on that. You have to believe me when I say when I jumped into this YouTube thing is when over a year ago, it's when I really started, being in contact with, computers and everything and editing and everything that got to do with videos. So now that I kind of upgraded within the past few months to bring y'all live content through StreamYard, I realized that I'm not going to ignore the fact that I got sucky audio. We're not going to do that. Y'all ride with me every night, and I appreciate y'all for doing that. But I'm trying to troubleshoot the situation and get it taken care of. All right, so I ask that y'all hang in there because it's going to get better as time goes by. Oh,
I can respond to that after the break.
Let me give a shout out to everybody real quick. Otherwise, CeeLo, Weymouth, Free Thinker 59, Finbar, CJ Lee, Paul Jackson. What's going on, bro? Fox on the Run. Who else we got here? You got Mind Elevation TV, all the way out of Jersey. If I remember correctly, I think that brother's out of Jersey City. Shout out to Mind Elevation TV. I'm looking for something, bro. I need you to put something out there for me, bro. I'm looking for you to bring that juice from out of there. They ain't crazy down there. I got a video coming up right now. A couple more minutes. Got a video coming up right now. Jersey City. It's an oldie but goodie, but this joint crazy. Seriously. Oh, Weymouth. Whitley. You still in here, Whitley? All right, I'm sorry, Stop Injustice. What you was about to say? You was going to respond to what I said about the audio?
No, I ain't got no issue with you, boss. It seems like it's a lot you got to do. So, you're doing pretty good as far as I can tell. But I just wanted to tell Level Eyes, she had asked me a question, and I was going to respond after the break or the intermission or whatever, if that's what we was going to, talk about. But I don't have no issue responding to anything you ask.
Okay. That's why I need a co-host, man. I need a co-host so, I can handle the navigation of the screens and everything and having the juice, lined up for you with a co-host on the same level. You know what I mean? helping me out as well. But you helping me out. You're doing a good job. Shout out to Stop Injustice.
I mean, I ain't got no issues with you, boss. Hey, I couldn't do it. I can tell you that much. I had so much anxiety clicking all around on that stuff. I couldn't do it. I'd be shut the whole system down. You should have seen me today trying to send PDF files to. And it was just annoying. It took me 30 minutes to do like 4 PDF files. It was annoying as hell. So I don't like to do the computer part, but I can definitely run my mouth though.
All right, y'all. We got a couple more minutes until we get into this Jersey vid. I want y'all to check this out. It's not a watch party, but I'm calling it a watch party. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, if we could definitely just sit back without saying a word and watch this all the way through for like the whole 15 minutes for real. And, if y'all want to comment on it, I'm going to put the link up. Oh, that's not the link. Give me a second. Let me copy the link real quick. Copy the link. Bam. About to put it in the chat. 3, 2, 1. Bam. It's in there. So, if y'all got anything to say about this video that we're going to sit and watch, mock watch party, if you may. I'll get that link in backstage, talk about it after it's over with. Shout out to Get Me Free. Yeah. I'm about to play it in a minute. I gotta find it for real while I'm stalling. I had this joint up here. I'm telling you, this joint crazy, man. You got to get acclimated to this whole, StreamYard, live stream, man. It could get a little
I am who I am, free thinker. I am who I am. I guess you better ask everybody who Stop Injustice is. I don't know.
All right.
I'm the homie.
All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. Getting this joint ready right now for y'all. This is out of Jersey City, Bostwick Avenue. And you can tell this is one of them blocks in the hood where it could be a party, it could be a fight. Anything liable to go down on this block. Y'all know the block I'm talking about. Everybody got a block in your hood like this. This joint crazy. Once again, shout out to Mind Elevation CV. He be out there in Jersey City. You know what I'm saying.
Thank you so much. I've heard of such things. I was telling Luke I've heard of such things. He said I was pretty funny. I've heard of such things. But thank you. Gotta keep smiling, man. Otherwise, I'll be balled up in the corner crying in the fetal position.
All right, so we got dual body cam footage on this joint. So big screen is going to be where the volume coming from, and I'm going to keep the small screen on mute. Jersey City, Bostwick Ave. This is an oldie but goodie. This happened a couple of years ago, but listen. All y'all got to do is just YouTube Jersey City police body camera footage, Bostwick Ave. Let me put that up for y'all so y'all can go look at it yourselves. I'm gonna blow him up.
Thanks, Level Eyes.
That's from NewJersey.com. Police body camera footage of Bostwick Avenue incident.
I think it said May 2020 on the body cam video.
July 7th, 2020. Yup. I said a couple years ago.
Oh, the body cam say on on the screen it said May 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see what you're
body
saying.
cam always got the date on it.
All right, we about to get into this joint. Shout out to everybody that's about to watch this. This thing crazy right here. Sound coming in soon, y'all.
All right, let's go. Everyone's got to keep it moving. Let's go. Yo, back up! Let's go! You go! 2 seconds, I'm screaming! You look at 2 gigs! I'm just fucking kidding! Yo, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Where are all these people coming? Let's go! Let's go! Everyone, stop moving! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! And Ford, just start a bus over here. We got some guys with injuries, some people with OC spray. Everyone back up. Back up. Back up. Keep it moving. Man, get up before you end up getting locked up. Let's go. Enough. All right, man, back up. We have to back up 3 times. I'm telling you to back up. All right, back up. I'm asking you to back up. Then you back up. Don't touch me. Back up. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. I'm telling you to back up or you're going to be next one. He's good. He's good. I'm telling you, he's good. Back up. Back up. You gotta go. What? I didn't hear that. Did I? You don't use your legs. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. All right, we got an ambulance coming. We got. Get out of here. Don't go. You can't breathe. You got to get out of the car. Excuse me. Come here for a minute. Thank you.
We ever get that South 503? 1745 or 100.
Shit, I can't see.
You got a bus coming for him?
No, I didn't get a bus for him. I was trying to get. I called them buses, but then we fucking answered them.
He got Alright, so we'll get water in your eye. Should be anything too bad.
And can you send me another bus? My partner got OC spray.
You guys stay over here?
Yeah. This is the location for your bus. Take over the call or something out of here.
And he's going to be on Boswick and Ocean.
We have buses responding to Boswick and Ocean. SC1, I got one in the vehicle.
Under arrest.
1727, SC1.
Nothing. I ain't got nothing else to say to you, man. It's over.
Divert the talk to the precinct. We're trying to get off this block.
It's over. It's over. I'll open the window for you. The car's open. The window. I don't have the keys to the car. The window's open, man. It's open. It's open. All right, man.
No, because you were told to step back 3 times, man. 3 times you were told to step back because I told you to step back twice. And you didn't. No, you didn't. You came forward again for the 3rd time. Okay. Here's your car?
There's somebody in the back of that.
If you go up to the back of the car so we can clear the street.
We go 2781. I'm gonna go with my partner.
Vehicles, get the people that are in handcuffs off the street out of there, back to the cars, as per the SD sergeant. Sergeant, make sure everybody's accounted for.
My partner's up.
Order came up here, make sure you and your partner together. Bring everybody on the block.
My partner got sprayed. He's on ocean.
Receive that all units that are split joined back together, and south side, give me the units that are off with you that are going to be transported.
My partner, Connor. Connor's where he got sprayed. He's on ocean waiting for the bus. I'm gonna go get him. Yeah.
And south side, we got Ocean and Brunswick. We have injured PO. He's off with south 5, and we have two juveniles under arrest over there also. What's the degree of injury?
And for, I believe my partner, Alpha South 4 was hit in the face with OC spread. That's all I know at the moment. All right, receive 4. Yeah, fucking hit off the one fucking dude that was fucking spraying. Hit me in Congress.
Hey, the units that are closest to Ocean, you gotta move it up so we can start clearing the street. I start a quick roll call, South 203, you bear back up? Roll call here, South 203, back together? That's correct, 203 back together. You're gonna assist off the call with the arrest. South 303? 303, we got it. 403?
Yeah, 4, I'm waiting to meet up my partner. He should be on Boston and Ocean.
You see that? 503, you're both back together, correct? Now, Sergeant. Sergeant. Happy Judith. On up Oxford. Do it back out to Ocean. Hot timber the corners and back out. All those units up Oxford, can you back it up and get off that street there, get back up on Ocean and clear the street? Same thing, anybody that can back out to the drive, have them respond to the vehicle and back out.
And Joe, where are you at? Connors.
Emergency 3 fires is with us.
All right, receive. I'll meet you back at the south. Or are you on the bus now?
Negative, you're not on the bus. Ocean and Boston. We redirected all buses to go back to the south, so that's the big officer Connor's over there, South District.
I'm going to my own. All right, man. Shit, I got 40 calls.
He has nose injury, just had to put on As the sergeant acknowledged that we have buses responding multiple to the base.
That's my partner's car, but it should be in there. The keys are in there. Just take it, because Yeah, he's not. He can't drive. He got shot in the face with OC. Connors. That's what I'm waiting to meet up with.
Alright, copy, man. Let's just go pull the E-Squad truck and the trucks that
There was like
30 on
I've
down.
never seen how many people. Where they saw it?
That's crazy, right? Hey, yo, I got a block like my fault. I got the cigarette in my mouth trying to talk at the same time. How rude of me! But I got a block in my hood in Philly like that. This block was turned up just like my block in Philly. I was in Southwest Philly, Pentridge Street. Where your block at, Stop Injustice? I know you had one.
Yeah, in Chicago, K-Town. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Every night it was live.
That was crazy.
It's still live to this day right now because my friends' kids are grown up now and they out there doing the same shit we was doing.
Shout out to Wolfie Bradley, accountability inspector, my guy right there. What's up with you, bro? I know what you want to ask me when I'm coming down to Philly. I have no idea, man. I'm hoping when the weather break, I can start doing some things. It has been nice up here a little bit lately in Boston, but the weather hasn't completely broke. But I don't know. Hopefully, look at him beating people in the back with the baton. You seen that?
Yeah. That's because their homeboy was getting beat up. Their boy was getting beat up, and they gotta have the gang members around them to win the fight.
Right. My fault.
Otherwise, they're gonna be pulling their gun out.
My fault, Wolfie. I had to cut you off real quick just now. I was looking at the cop just beating the dude on the back. We'll talk about this in a second, but yeah, to finish what I was saying to you, Wolfie, man, I don't know when I'm gonna get down there. Hopefully, when the weather breaks. No. But
It don't type out my messages like you can. I gotta wait to respond to somebody with my voice. And I guess I guess Stop Injustice is a political name, like a statement rather. I ain't gonna say political. Somebody asked that about my name, but it's like it says not my real name or something. But nobody else is using their real name, so I don't know.
Who said that?
I'm trying to go back and look.
And who chat?
Look in this chat. A little earlier, it was asking about who was stopping justice, and it says they're more like a. I don't know. I guess I ain't go back far enough. I was trying to. Huh?
They said your government?
No, I don't know my government. I mean, police do it. They watching this shit right now. They know who I be. Oh, okay, so Stop Injustice is your name. Thought that was just a statement you were making like many do on panels when they go up on them. But it is not really their name.
Oh.
Yeah, it was actually my email address. And I put that as my moniker when I was eating these tyrants about their tyrannical behavior out here.
Hey,
and when I got on YouTube, I guess that's it.
Hold on, wait a minute, real quick. Look at this, real quick. Watch how the cops start beating him on the back with the baton. Look, they swinging right now.
Yeah, his back gonna be hurting.
Man, 2 seconds, I'll turn you back. Man, 2 seconds, I'll turn you back.
That's crazy. That's crazy, right? I'm sorry about that. That's some crazy shit right there. I wanted to talk about that because you could clearly see that they was in the wrong telling people to leave off a public sidewalk instead of finding out what was going on and handling the situation. If assuming that there was a situation, I don't know. These people could have just been out there chilling. I know plenty of blocks where it could be even more people up and down the block chilling, and the cops will come out and say you got to roll, which is unlawful if they're not explaining a crime that one or more than one has committed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you seen it in my videos. Down in Dudley Station, aka Nubian Square, here in Boston. They run up on people, tell them they gotta clear the sidewalk. That's not cool. They can't do that. Now, if you ain't committing a crime, and I guarantee you, they always try to identify people who dealing drugs or whatever, and instead of actually identifying who they are, they just run up on people. And I guarantee you, 95% of these people are probably out there just chilling. Nobody ain't doing nothing. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what escalated the situation. But from the body cam footage, people out on the sidewalk, yeah, they a little loud or whatever, which makes me think that there is a situation going on. So they need to handle the situation instead of telling everybody, they walking all up and down the block, telling everybody they got a rule. I even heard them yelling, talking about go in the house, go in the house. They can't do that. It's unconstitutional, and it's going against your rights. That shit crazy. Shout out to Chauvin.
They even got Preacher Man on the move. Like, move along, Preacher Man.
Yeah.
Him and his wife, they just try to get down the block.
He keep dropping his keys.
I was just gonna say that, yeah. Look at him. Look at the hero go. Look at him. Can't even hold on to his keys.
Butterfingers. I hate to see what he do with a gun in his hand. He probably shoot everybody.
Shoot himself foot. Too much chaos. Too much damn chaos.
That shit crazy, man. But what we talk about? We talk about what happened in Florida. Talk about that lady in Chicago that just happened. We looked at Chauvin's new real estate. That was cool.
Somebody from Scotland in here. What's up? They say top of the morning out there.
Huh?
Mike D from Scotland.
Oh.
I just think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they hours is opposite of ours. Loc Weymouth say anytime I go live, most of the times I go live, he be asleep. He got to catch it when he wake up. Shout out to Loc Weymouth.
Absolutely.
I always play this joint right here. This is crazy. Look how he just wailing on him. Look.
He can't fight. You can already tell where he's punching. Look at him. He all weak with it. Weak on our ass.
Nah, he weak with I don't see no weak with it. He putting lumps on his head. Look at his head. Look at his head. He putting lumps on his head. Like
that's why he first started. He got good at the end. Yeah, right there. That was good. But he wouldn't do that shit to him standing up without nobody on his chest.
That's a lump right there. And he was wailing on him. Like that was heavy. That shit came off on his shoulders.
Yeah, at the end.
Crazy. Look at him.
Got him good at the end.
That's fucked up, man. Seriously. Do all this shit. Like, he gotta be like going on 60.
Yeah. It's totally uncalled for, definitely. He's just trying to stop the man from punching him in the face. And they
That
want you to
was,
stop too.
that was the crazy one right there. That last one, the left. Oh, it was the right. The last one was the right.
I know he wanted to sock him so bad, but he couldn't. That's the messed up part. Like, you supposed to have the right to defend yourself, allegedly.
And the crazy part about it is, they probably got him on some petty drug shit, approached him aggressively. This is New York City, approached him aggressively, you know what I'm saying, and justified his beating of him resisting arrest. They always do it. They could be you could be as calm as a butterfly as they put in the cuffs on you, and they'll say stop resisting. You ain't doing shit. And it's just enough for them to say, oh, well, I had to use this amount of force because he was resisting. You could clearly hear me say stop resisting.
What kills me is they expect you to stop moving when they tasing you and causing you pain. Like, you can't stop moving. Your natural reaction is to protect yourself. And then they want you to stop moving as you getting struck with pain. Like, it's just really ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, that shit's fucked up, man. Shout outs to Oldhead for taking that ass whooping. He should be getting a check along with it, man. Hopefully he survived it. You know?
Yeah, they got the dog out and everything.
The only thing you can do is just take the ass whooping when you got all them on you and they cuffing you like you're helpless. Ain't nothing you can do. You're helpless. So hopefully he survived that, but he need to get a check. And sadly, I'm pretty sure he probably ain't getting no check. You know, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's disturbing. It's really tiring to watch this type of stuff. It's just tiring.
Yeah, and like I keep saying, you would have thought that after the George Floyd incident, it would have been a lot of awareness with policing around the country, you know, and not just the awareness that they showed that they was doing on TV, because they showed it on TV, CNN, Fox, all over. Oh, you know, awareness of police accountability has heightened, but it hasn't stopped. They keep running the ads, but it hasn't stopped. And you would think that it would have stopped after what happened to George Floyd last year. Shout outs to the jury that convicted Floyd. I'm sorry, they convicted Chauvin on all 3 counts. Shout out to the jury, because I wasn't expecting that. Manolo Chavin's got a little campaign going on in his chat. He done shout out like 9 motherfuckers. Damn, he campaigning for them like a motherfucker. Okay, Manolo. Don't spam it, though. Damn. What's going on in the chat? I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Pay attention to the chat. I be doing so many things. All right, let's move along. Let me move along real quick. I'm over here chilling. I don't know. Y'all enjoy that video? That Jersey vid? It's old, so I know y'all probably seen it before. But
It was quite exhausting. It was just so much.
I mean, you know, it's a shame not say enjoy, because not really meaning it like that, but you know, you can't sit and not watch it.
We get you. Anyway, saying it's like, yeah, look how he had his ass whooped, boy.
Yeah, but you gotta watch what you say, because you got certain people that be like, yeah, look, the resistance is playing brutalizing videos of cops beating down minorities, and he's asking everybody if they enjoyed it. You know, not saying a direct, I got a person in mind that would do it, but yeah, I can see people saying that shit. That people is haters, man. So I gotta watch
Yeah.
what I say.
But they all over the country, man. You just gotta ignore them. They've been hating since shit. I can remember. My mama told me a long time ago, it's gonna always be somebody hating on you. They hated on Jesus. So don't worry about it. I said ever since then I ain't give no, you know. So whatever. Think what you want. You can assume all the fuck you want to.
Well, I mean, I don't care what they think. That's none of my business. It's just when people try to perpetuate the propaganda, you know what I'm saying? That's when I step up and become vocal about it.
Oh yeah, anybody say don't call them out. You gotta call them out for their clownery.
Right.
Put them on blast. But that's just how it is. Some people just be looking for something to argue about. Like it's really just kind of sad, actually.
So
But
you
you
heard
waste
about
your
the sheriff?
time and energy with negative bullshit. Like the world ain't negative enough.
You heard about the sheriff from out of Danville who had just killed the man last week?
Danville, Ohio.
Danville, California.
Oh, okay, nah.
Yeah, he just killed the man last week. Uh, Not only that, he's charged with voluntary manslaughter for a shooting of killing an unarmed man in 2018.
They just charged him.
I'm gonna get into the print, but I wanted to show the video of the incident with him with the man that he fatally shot last week. And this is from the Bay Area, CBS Bay Area local news, and they put this out yesterday.
KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area. An East Bay officer involved in multiple shootings could soon face charges. The new body cam video just released. Good afternoon, I'm Keith.
And I'm Michelle Griego. Let's get right to Ann Makovic at the live news desk.
This is the second officer-involved shooting for this particular officer. A deadly police shooting in Danville last month. A black man was shot dead, and we want to warn you this is disturbing to watch. The Contra Costa County Sheriff's Department just posted this body camera video of Deputy Andrew Hall in a confrontation with Tyrell Wilson on March 11th. Hall was responding to reports of a man throwing rocks from an overpass onto Highway 680. Wilson fit the description, so the officer comes over to him when Hall appears to pull out a knife.
Officer Hall, the Danville Police.
Authority what? No, touch me. Touch me and see what's up. Touch me and see what's up.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
The sheriff's office released several views of this shooting, and the sheriff said that the suspect was advancing toward Officer Hall in the middle of a major intersection, that officers are forced to make split-second decisions to protect themselves and the public. Sir comes over to him when Hall appears to pull out a knife.
Officer Hall, the Danville Police.
Authority what? Authority what? No, touch me. Touch me and see what's up. Touch me and see what's up.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
The sheriff's office released several views of this shooting, and the sheriff said that the suspect was advancing toward Officer Hall in the middle of a major intersection, that officers are forced to make split-second decisions to protect themselves and the public. But this isn't the officer's first deadly shooting. Again, in this afternoon, he's expected to be charged in another one that happened more than 2 years ago. According to the East Bay Times, Hall will face charges in the death of Laudemir.
This was the one I was talking about that happened 2 years ago. The guy who you seen him yelling, saying drop the knife, he just killed him last week. And he was on the force after killing this dude.
bowling gun. In 2018, the 33-year-old spotted on a neighbor's security camera wandering around. Police were called and he drove away, leading them to downtown Danville. And video released by the sheriff's office now shows Deputy Hall got out of his car, ran toward the other vehicle, and then opened fire. The sheriff's department launched an internal investigation, then allowed Hall to return to duty. And then last month's killing happened. The Contra Costa County DA's office is going to be holding a press conference in about an hour. We're going to have the latest on all of this on our website and this evening on KBIX5 News. Michelle.
So, only want to look at the body cam footage, the actual body cam footage of that. Because they said that the man was advancing to him. I seen him take a step. I don't necessarily call that an advancement. I mean, he was advancing the whole time towards dude. Most of the time, dude was walking away. And I'm not saying that he should have.
Yeah.
He should have been, walking around with a gun or whatever. Sorry about
It's definitely less than what the hell happened in my house. It's definitely less.
Wait, man, you gotta pull your microphone back or something. I ain't hear what you said. Can you hear me? All right, she might have went out for a minute. Stop. Can you hear me?
Well, you can't just be pulling out knives all willy-nilly.
No, say that all over again. I didn't hear none of that. Wait a minute. Base Welshman says...
I said you can't just be pulling... Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you now.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Might be a delay. I'm going to kick you out and come back in. Because Base Washman says something I want to address real quick. I'm going to kick you out. You come back in.
I'm just going to back out. It's like freezing.
All right. I kicked you out. Come back in if you want. Shout out to Lake Speed. So, wait a minute. Let me put this up here. I want to highlight this. Base Welshman said, TR, why do you only show people of color shooting? Not just shooting of the public, regardless of their color. Well, I just showed a situation that happened in Burnsville, Minnesota. Not too far from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This was a couple of days ago, Base Welshman. There was a shooting, carjacking. Guy was trying to carjack a ex-police officer. He happened to be a white male. And if I'm wrong about that, please correct me. Anybody correct me in the chat. I also did a piece on Jeremy S. Marr. I think that was out in Galveston, Texas. Jeremy S. Marr. And Jeremy was approached by police officers. Before he was approached by police officers, you could see him on surveillance camera running across the road, looking, a little shook. And he then crossed the road and ran and walked into some land of a property belonging to a family. Police was on him, and they enclosed him on that property. And they fucked him up. So, Base Watchman, you go back and check that out. But this is the body cam footage of Officer Hall shooting a homeless man who had the knife in his hand. Oh. So it happens real fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow that shit down. I'm slowing it down to see if I can see an advancement that would make that officer feel like his life was in danger. You know, whatever happened to a leg shot? Shout out to Mike Jones. He said that the other night. Whatever happened to a leg shot? I mean, these officers, they train several times a week. Like this, all they do is grab their gun. That's all they do is grab their gun. They train to grab their gun without looking at it. They're trained to grab their taser on the opposite side of their hip with their dominant hand. Like they do all types of training. This is why when you see situations go down, standoffs between officers and suspects, 90% of the time it don't go well for 98% of the time it don't go well for the suspect. All right, I slowed it down, so let me see. I gotta slow it down a little bit more. That's too fast. All right. I seen one step. I mean, that one step would have counted. The only violation that I seen on that one step, which was a one soft step. I don't know if y'all seen it, but it was a one soft step. The only violation that he would have committed with that one soft step, it was on a basketball court. If the officer felt threatened, he could have shot his kneecap off. But hold on, wait a minute. Stop and Justice backstage. She mentioned something to me. Stop and Justice. Unmute your mic for me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Listen, I was just saying, right? I was saying that he could have gave that dude a leg shot, right? I said the only violation that one soft step he took would have been on the basketball court.
Yeah,
that officer could not have been in danger. That officer could not have felt like his life was in danger when he could have shot him below the waist. You know what I'm saying? Incapacitate him, get him on the ground. Now, if he would have, that was his first shot was to kill. But we was talking about this before, and you were saying that if they want to discharge their weapon, it's always they train to discharge it for a kill regardless, right? Didn't you say that?
I mean, not just them, just even people who are allowed to carry. At least that's what they say. It's not the truth, but at least that's what they say. That you're supposed to. I mean, if you feel like you got to use a weapon like that, they feel like you are in imminent danger of serious physical injury or bodily harm. And once you just deploy your sidearm, you're supposed to use it or not. And the point of using it is to kill. So, you're getting a lot more trouble shooting somebody below the waist than you would for pulling it out and killing a person if you felt like you were in fear. But that line only works for cops and certain other people. It don't work for black folks out here in Arizona.
It always goes into the favor of the police and who they keep company with. Let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Or who they wash hands with. But shout outs to Manolo Chavez. He said Chavez. He said that he asked the Danville police have tasers, or he was referring to why why didn't he use a taser? I'm looking right now, Manolo. Let me play this real quick. So from this point on is where you want to pay attention. Now I know y'all is probably kind of blurry, but you want to pay attention to it. I got the volume up a little bit, but not too loud because it's in slow mo and the sound is distorted. But we can see the step that he takes. Put him straight down. Like, I don't agree with that. I don't think that they should kill like that. That's just my opinion. Like, yeah, he had a knife, but it's not necessary to take his life when you could injure him. You could fuck him up in other ways without killing him. And it's just like, they I think they feel empowered. I think they feel
all that shit on they belt. It's dusty as hell right now because they don't never use it.
And like, so basically, you just explained the law says that they use their weapon, then long as they are following police procedure, which is a lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it is not agreeable with me, but as long as they follow police procedure, then there's no repercussions. And I don't agree with that. I don't think just because you can kill don't mean you should kill. That's how I feel about that.
I concur.
Yeah.
But come on, man. You pulling the knife out on the popos. What you think is gonna happen? I mean, shit. I know you put a knife out on me and start running up on me. I'm gonna pop you.
I mean, we know the reality of it, but like I'm just addressing, like, I guess what I'm addressing is on a level of police reform. Like, what if this dude? They say he was homeless, so 90% of the homeless have mental health issues. You dig what I'm saying? This dude could have been having a situation. He could have been having a whole breakdown. We don't know, and that's the reason why we shouldn't always have police. Well, he had a knife in his hand, so a police officer, law enforcement had to approach this situation. But we got plenty of situations where there are unarmed, mentally health homeless people who are approached by police because maybe they had a breakdown and said some things, meltdown, and threatened somebody or whatever, and it went all wrong with them. It went all wrong for them when the police showed up. So what I'm saying is yeah, he has the knife in his hand, but majority of the time when he had the knife in his hand, he was walking away. He was going his own way. Police officer was coming up behind him. And the police officer seen that at that immediate time, he wasn't a threat to him. He wasn't a threat to him. Okay, I got a gun. He has a knife. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, you're licensed to carry. Come on now. If you got to do really, you seriously going for the kill? Like, right in that situation right there when this guy is just casually walking?
Well, not with no casual walk, but yeah, running up. That's a whole different story.
Running up is different, yeah, because he could wild swing on you and everything. But we looking at it right here.
You think it's different, but it really isn't, because my family member is in jail right now. But for somebody running up on him.
Look at how this dude walking. Like, he's not lunging at him, everything. The cop already has his firearm extended. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hate always put yourself in an official capacity uniform because it's something that I would never do. But if I'm him right there, that police officer, I'm unloading all below the waist. We talk about a knife against a gun. I'm unloading under beneath the waist.
And there might be a policy that they might be looking into. But I mean, what's the other weapons for? I mean, you got a whole bunch of other weapons. He had enough distance between them to tase him.
Wolfie gladly says show the police activity video. So I guess they got a police activity video to this. I guess Wolfie's saying there's more to be seen from a different angle. Is that what you're saying, Wolfie? Police activity video of Danville, California. Let me see. Shout out to Wolfie gladly.
Indeed. I like Wolfie.
Yeah, he in the chat.
I see you, Wolfie.
Police activity video, Danville, California, Officer Hall. Body cam shows Danville. Okay. All right, so Wolfie recommended me to pull a video up on the officer's body cam view. So we want to check that out. And it's definitely a different perspective already just because it's from a different angle and on the officer's chest. So let's check it out.
Hey, shout out from Wolfie.
Good morning.
Morning, Joe.
Come here. Come here. You're jaywalking now. Get over here.
Let me stop it real quick because like I was saying, he was walking away. Police officers approaching him. My whole point to this is that I don't think he should have took the man's life. He could have injured him to the point where he wouldn't have been a threat at all with that knife in his hand. A gun is way powerful than a knife. That's my whole point.
Come here. Come here. We're not playing this game, dude. You're jaywalking, you're throwing rocks. Officer Hall at the end of the police.
What? No, they fucking touched me. Touch me to see what's up. Touch me to see what's up.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
So I seen an advancement. And I think, in my opinion, I think the police officer used that advancement to his advantage. And I'm going to take it back. Because the advancement that I seen was a soft step, and I also seen him use the hand that he had the knife in to tap his chest. It's kind of like a thing like when people talk, they use their hand as a gesture, so he tapped on his chest as a gesture as he took that soft step forward. And that officer, from what I'm saying, that officer used that as an advantage to kill him. And I don't think that he needed to kill him.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife.
Damn, you got him good too, man.
We're not playing this game, dude. You're jaywalking, you're throwing rocks. Officer Hall at the end of the police.
What? No, they fucking touched me. Touch me to see what's up.
I'm going to slow it down and watch. He said, don't touch me. He walking away. I don't know what he did prior to this. You know, possibly could have threatened somebody or whatever. I don't know what to call it. So let me see.
They said he was throwing rocks off the overpass on the car.
They got surveillance of that?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Watch him tap on his chest. He used that. He had a knife in his hand, so he used the opportunity of him raising his arm the tap on his chest as a gesture while he was talking to kill him. My opinion.
Trust me, suicide. Drop the knife. Oh. Drop the knife. You drop the knife. Someone shot you.
Not only that, he said, kill me. So he definitely took the opportunity.
See what's up. Trust me, suicide. Drop the knife. Oh. Drop the knife. You drop the knife. Please. What? Authority what? Authority what? No, they fucking touch me. Trust me, see what's up. Trust me, see what's up. Drop the knife. Oh. Drop the knife. You drop the knife. Someone shots fired. You're jaywalking, you're throwing rocks. Who are you? Officer Hall of the Danville Police.
What? Authority what? Authority what? No, they fucking touch me. Trust me, see what's up. Trust me, see what's up.
Drop the knife. Oh, drop the knife. You drop the knife. Someone shots fired.
Dang.
Hey, buddy. Come here for me real quick. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're jaywalking now. Get over here.
He said, who are you? Did you hear him asking? He said, who are you? I mean, it's clear that he has a uniform on, but he did ask him. He said, who are you? And the police officer never addressed himself. And, you know, I'm just saying it would have been a different situation. He said, hey, I'm officer such and such. I got a call on you. As much as he running his mouth saying, hey, come here, get over here, he could say, hey, I'm officer such and such. I'm Officer Hall. I think it's Deputy Hall. I'm Deputy Hall. I got a call that you was throwing rocks over the overpass. I need you to come here for a minute.
Well, you know there's this epidemic of jaywalking across the country. They got to do something about that.
Instead of him saying that, because that would have made I think it would make a big difference in the situation. Because instead of him just telling him to come here, he could identify himself, told him what he was there for as he was walking, and if the outcome would have remained the same, then that would have been a different situation. But what we see here is him walking away and saying, who are you, who are you? He does have a knife in his hand. That's a dumb move. That's a stupid move. We ain't going to ignore that, especially with a police officer. But this man is homeless, and we don't know if he has mental situation going on. Most homeless people do. You know, who's walking around with a knife in their hand for no reason? And he's not, you know, I don't know how the police department assess threats, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that a knife in the hand is a high threat and go for the kill. But man doesn't look threatening. And after he should have identified himself. And after that, if the man would have continued to do what he did, he didn't have to shoot him in his chest. Yeah, I'm sorry. He could have shot him below his waist.
I mean, that's how it works. That's how it works, though. You can't deploy it or use it and shoot somebody below the waist because it's meant to.
I know. I digress off of what the law is, but I'm just speaking in my opinion how I feel about that situation right there.
You know, it naturally scared bitches, so you know. Any reason to pull a gun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It comes down to shaping these, you know, these laws with police procedure as well. Like our voice weighs in it. Our voice weighs in on it as well. And, you know, taking a life, like I said, this man could have been suffering a meltdown. We don't know what happened.
Well,
that soft step that the man took, he used that advancement to kill me. I'm sorry. And like I said, just because you can kill don't mean you should kill.
No, I get you. I get you. And yes, it is stupid to have jaywalking laws, but it's supposed to be for your safety. Spooky
And
quick.
the other line said, it was. I thought it was chest shots. She said it was head shots.
Well, it must have been because they blurred out his face at when he got shot. So that's what it seemed like. Probably tore his chin off or something.
Come here. Come here. We're not playing this game, dude.
Why did I play the game?
You're jaywalking, you're throwing rocks.
Who are you?
Officer Hall, the Danville
Yeah,
police.
what? Authority what? Authority what? No, they fucking touched me. Touch me to see what's up. Touch me to see what's up.
Drop the knife. Oh, drop the knife. Drop the knife. Someone shot fired.
All right, so this is Officer Deputy, I believe, Deputy Hall out of Danville, California. And he is also charged with manslaughter from another murder. Well, I'm going to get into that real quick. When we finish watching this video that Wolfie Gladly, Accountability Inspector, recommended me to show to you guys. So shout outs to him as well.
Hit the lights! Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
Suspect down, code 3 medical, commuter Ramon, Sycamore Valley. I need all additional units.
You got somebody in the background yelling like, you ain't have to shoot him. You ain't have to shoot him.
Control! I just need to see control. Just see control. I just need to see control.
he just got somebody to take care of the traffic real quick.
Yeah, I was wondering who that was. That his homeboy ran up like that was his homie on the ground, and then
that's a female that just ran up on the scene.
Yeah, but I mean, what the hell? At first, I thought she was there for dude on the ground, and she directed traffic. What the hell's going on?
That's crazy.
Wonder why they ain't telling her to get back. She must don't have a camera in her hand. Man, this goes directing all the damn traffic.
So this real quick, this chick, you know what she remind me of? We used to call them school safeties. And like elementary and middle school, they be the ones that come to school early, like 45 minutes early, and they throw on the little the green, the lime green, or the visor thing, you know, the thing that you wear throughout.
They called them crossing guards when I was coming up.
Right, but no, these was like your classmates. It would be certain classmates that would come to school early, and they would be out there with the crossing guards, maybe on the opposite corner, you know, on some traffic cop shit, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, them people, they was kind of shady, you know. Not saying all of them who, you know, took up the opportunity to do that, but most of them was shady. But when she ran up on the scene like that and just started directing that traffic, that's who she reminded me of.
She off-duty cop, apparently. I kind of figured she started to work. Thanks, lover. You look like a damn cop. Just gotta look.
Look at her.
You're good. Come straight in. Here. Watch out.
She in the way.
Watch out.
That's got to be something to be sitting in traffic and seeing all that, though.
Just the one. So it's up front. So he's got.
I mean, the fact that he had the ninth period is going to be a slam dunk for the defense, for him.
I'm
We
really
all know that.
with anything. I'm surprised they charged him.
Well, he's being investigated for this. This just happened, I think, last week. This just happened. But he's being investigated for this. But he has been charged for manslaughter. I haven't even played that video yet.
Wow.
Yeah, from 2 years ago.
I'm still on the street.
From 2018, I think.
Stay with us.
He's supposed to be behind the desk somewhere.
Take it wrong. Recovery position. You're okay. Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. Top window, not standing.
Okay, turn shot off. You still breathing? Yeah.
Put him back on his back.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Hey, I'm gonna, hold up. Hey, hold. You know my public sister.
No, we'll get units, we'll be fine. She's the SFPD. Okay.
It's a very psychological thing that's happening here.
Someone just come straight to the intersection, find a direction and block it. So we get into the intersection. I know. Justin, drop all this part. They're doing first aid, get fire here. Scene management. Only one outstanding, only one shot fired. That's it. One shot fired. In the okay. I've been sitting in front of her. I'm fired.
Now I'm gonna pull the other one up. In fact, I'm gonna read the article first. Let me find it real quick. Danville officer charged with voluntary manslaughter for shooting, killing unarmed man in 2018. Let me see something. I'm gonna blow this up for y'all. Hopefully y'all can read them all. Can you see that stopping justice? Oh, wait a minute. I muted you. Sorry. My fault. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So it's Danville, California. For the first time in memorable history, the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office filed charges against a police officer for killing someone while on duty. The same officer was involved in the fatal shooting of a homeless man in Danville last month. After 2.5 years of review, Contra Costa County District Attorney Diane Beckton announced on Wednesday she would be charging Danville police officer Andrew Hall with voluntary manslaughter and assault for the death of 33-year-old Vladimir Arboleda. Officer Hall used unnecessary and unreasonable force when he responded to the in-progress traffic pursuit involving Laudemir Arboleda, endangering not only Mr. Arboleda's life, but the lives of fellow officers and citizens in the area. Arboleda was killed during a pursuit in November 2018 after nearby residents had reported him acting suspiciously. Officer Hall ran around the rear of his vehicle and fired the semi-automatic pistol at Mr. Arboleda. Mr. Arboleda was hit 9 times, said Beckman. When Officer Hall fired his weapon, he felt not only was his life in imminent danger by virtue of this car approaching him, but he felt his sergeant's life was in danger as well because he saw a sergeant arrive and believed his sergeant was in the path of the car. After the shooting, the Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office's internal review found Hall did not violate any policies and allowed him to continue working. But he has now been charged with 2 felonies, voluntary manslaughter and assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Very pleased about it. It's a long time coming, said the Arboleda family's attorney, John Burris. Our view was if they had been prosecuted earlier, our second client would not be dead. He's referring to Tyrell Wilson, who was shot and killed by Officer Hall on March 11th. Okay, this was March 11th. That video cam just came out that I just showed you of the homeless guy who was killed in the intersection by Officer Hall. But the incident happened on March 11th. So that incident was captured in newly released body cam and surveillance video. Danville police said they received reports of a man throwing objects onto the freeway. When Officer Hall arrives, he approaches Wilson and confronts him in the intersection. In the video, you can see Wilson pull out a knife, and Officer Hall tells him to drop it before shooting Wilson in the head within seconds of delivering that order. He died a week later. In both cases, Officer Hall failed to use any de-escalation techniques. And ladies and gentlemen, I hadn't even read this article. I pull it up, I match it with the video, and I get it ready. So I read the title, a paragraph. I said, okay, that relates to content that I'm bringing up. But just like I said, as I was watching this video, basically in a nutshell, he could have used de-escalation. You can't create a conflict and then shoot your way out of it and claim it was self-defense, said Burris. The town of Danville, which contracts with the Sheriff's Department for Police Services, says they are looking into new training for officers. We will continue to advocate for such services at the state, county, and local level. Our hope is that moving forward from these incidents, we will be able to build to a better methodology in handling these issues within our community. Mayor Renee Morgan. A warrant has been issued for Officer Hall's arrest. An arraignment date has not been set. That's deep. Y'all can't say that ain't deep. And I mean, y'all probably knew it, but I didn't know it. I just seen the video. I said, all right, let me find out if I can get some print on it. And I pulled it up. But didn't read the print and watch the video. And in my opinion, I said he could have, in a nutshell, he could have practiced some de-escalation tactics, which he did.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I mean, Whoopi, I was going to respond to Whoopi saying they're supposed to protect life, and Castle Rock v. Gonzalez says otherwise. That's like supposed to protect your parents. But when you do, you still get locked up for it.
Yeah, of course. Shout outs to K-D, Mark Dean. Appreciate y'all.
The 2012 rule is no longer a thing that they use anymore, Taylor.
Hell no.
Yeah, they don't use that anymore in the policing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, their whole thing is they train to kill. They train them to kill, and they instill it in them that, look, if you out on a call and it goes within our guidelines of that top tier of excessive force and deadly force, then that's what you do. That's what they want them to do. Like, but all the time when a person, like in this case right here that we just seen with this video, he had a knife in his hand, and to be honest with you, Hall was out of pocket because he didn't identify himself. He didn't tell him he was an officer. He didn't say he was on a call for him. And the man was walking away. He did turn around. Like I said, I'm not going to take away the fact that it was stupid for him to have a knife in his hand and even take a soft step towards the officer while he had his gun drawn. But I will also say that we can't forget that he was homeless, and we do know that mental health issues revolve around homelessness. So saying that, we don't know what his situation was. This dude could have been, he could have received, if Hall would have practiced de-escalation tactics like he should have, the man could have received some help and not been dead. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they just scared. They constantly scared because of all that paranoia with it. That comes with that training that they give them constantly pulling their guns. And that's what I was telling you, I think earlier about they have all these weapons that they have at their disposal, but yet the main one they go for is the firearm when it doesn't even call for that a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point? You might as well just take all them other weapons off and go ahead and continue to put them 5 or 6 clips y'all seem to have to carry around for some reason. And why you got 5 clips? So might as well take off the taser, take off the baton, take off the pepper balls and the mace and whatever the fuck else you got on your utility belt. And just walk around with your gun there. I mean, that's all you're using.
Man, this shit is crazy, man. Like, for real. Look, I'm about to play the video of the situation that happened in 2018 with Laudamir Arboleda. And this was when he tried to say, Officer Hall tried to say that Arboleda was using his car as a weapon towards Hall. Check this shit out.
Why do you think he was trying to hit him go around him? Now he put himself in that goddamn situation.
Who? You talking about
the guy who was shooting got all up on the car. He was going around the sergeant. He wasn't even thinking about the sergeant or whatever.
That's the same dude that just killed the dude in the intersection.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't no danger with the car because he was going around the other police cars. He walked over there and got close to the car to put himself in that danger that he was supposedly afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Like, your sergeant wasn't at risk.
No, you totally correct. I just didn't know. I was just wanted you to make sure that this is the same guy that killed the homeless man in the intersection.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you definitely right. Like, it was bullshit. It was an opportunity that he used and he thought he could get away with to kill him. Look at him. He ran right up on him.
That's what I'm saying. You put yourself in danger. Your sergeant, if your sergeant was, I don't know what he said his sergeant was that he was worried about what behind him. He was going through both cars. He wasn't getting ready to ram that other car. He clearly turned right. Dean said, "Trigger happy motherfucker."
that's the case, he's charged on manslaughter for.
He let loose on his ass, though, didn't
That was crazy. That shit was like a video game. Little man just popped up. Wham, 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 wham. That was
he? Yeah.
crazy.
Too much Grand Theft Auto.
That's wild, man. That's some wild shit right there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm getting tired and hungry.
Ain't it like 4:30 out there?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, too. I need to be in the bed. Well, the trial is over with, so I can sleep in a little bit late before I work, so. But, Chauvin, man. He got a nice little 3-inch mattress he laying on. You know, the little 3-inch mattresses?
Yeah, that's if you're lucky enough to get one.
A little filling in it, you know? They give you a little.
I guess if you at the prison, yeah, they give you that one. But when you inside the jail, ain't no cushion. There is no cushion in the jail, but in the prison, yeah, you get the little mat.
He'd be all right, though. He'd be all right. It's not over. We still waiting.
I just wonder if you had that feeling like, damn, this is what I've been doing to people over the years, sending them to this place for no reason. Probably lied, all type of reports. I wouldn't be surprised. Chauvin's in Hawaii.
Hey, I want to give a special shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. I'm about to sign out. I'm getting a little tired. I'm going to have to recharge before the sun comes up. Keep up on the latest news and everything. So, the Chauvin trial is over. The verdict is in. He's locked the fuck up. And what we got next is the trial in August for the other 3 officers. Not only do we have that, but don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have the Officer Kim Potter trial coming up probably early next year as well. So I'm saying all this stuff, and we've got other things in between as well. We got the, what's the guy name who got killed for jogging? Remember he got killed for jogging? Yeah, we got
something.
Ain't that coming up soon?
It should be. I know they had a hearing not too long ago.
Right. So I say this to say to y'all that, you know, it's going to be a lot of things to cover. And, you know, if y'all into this stuff, then, you know, come on through and check it out because I'm going to be on it. A lot of people have been asking me about 1A videos, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I can't find nothing. I'm going to keep it real. Like I was talking, Wolfie was telling me everybody has their little down period or whatever when things get slow. So I guess obviously that's what's going on with me right now. My intentions is that when the weather break, you know, we know how to act when the weather breaks. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm done with one of these videos or cop watching physically, you know, actually being out there, because I'm not. It's just, you know, things are slow in Boston. And I can't find anything. You know, I mean, of course, there's police out all the time. And mostly what I catch is them parked on the corner, or as soon as I do see a car stop, it's ended with them handing the people their ID back or their license back. Like, they see me, they nod their head, get in the car and leave. But, you know, and also, make sure y'all go back and check my catalog because there's a lot of work in there. There's a lot of things that I've done that I won't do now because I believe that this channel, I always believe in growth. Okay? So, and I believe that if I'm going to put my time into this channel, then this channel will grow too. But There's things in my catalog that I've done that is funny, educational. Some of it is silly. Some of it is even me making mistakes, like all of us do. I go back to my catalog and I look at certain videos and I say, okay, this is what I won't do next time, or maybe I should have did this. Just like anybody who studies their craft, a boxer, a basketball player, football player, they always go back to the playbook and look. So I say that to say that certain videos that you guys have come to love me for, like, the bank videos and private businesses, well, there was a reason for me to do those videos, even though they necessarily didn't pertain to the First Amendment. But the reason that I did them is to let people be aware that you can record anywhere in public. That was just the simple message that I was trying to convey to everybody. You can record in public anywhere, Shout out to Wolfie Gladly, Accountability Inspector. Thank you, bro. But we would record anywhere, and that was the reason why I had done private businesses, and a lot of people got a kick out of that stuff because it was out of the norm. But if you're going to stick to the script, then you got to do it right, and you got to do it straight. So those things are of the past, and if it's part of the legend of the resistance, if there is one, then that's where it's going to be at in that catalog, and you guys will always go back there. But I don't want you guys to think that I, paused on doing videos and nothing. There's just nothing out there for real. There's nothing out there. I mean, I've talked to other guys that's in the community that do what I do, and I've heard. But then again, you got guys that's killing it. Like shout out to Mass Accountability. He coming hard. He goes hard. You know what I'm saying? You got people on the West Coast that's putting them out consistently. Everybody got the time, but I ain't going nowhere. It's the resistance, man. Shout outs to Stop Injustice. Special guest Stop Injustice for coming through. It's always a pleasure. I don't know, I might have to put a poll up. And maybe I should try out a couple special guests and put a poll up and see who the people elect for a special guest. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the chat. That's a good idea.
Go ahead and do it.
Huh?
Go ahead and do it, man.
Unless you saying you could take the whole situation, like you could do it.
I could do what?
Co-host.
Co-host? Yeah, I can do it sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know about every day, but I got my own legal shit I'm doing out here. But
yeah, I know you do. But yeah, I should, see if anybody else would be willing to do that as well.
Hey, I'm willing to be special guest at times, and not I can't say no everyday co-host though. I but never eyes. He's not even getting nowhere in this 20 years. And shout out to Loke. Always kind words. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Everybody don't know who I am, but you know who the resistance is, and that's what's up. Resistance, you the man, boss.
Oh no, they know who you are. Oh, they know who you are. You know who they know you as. They know you as grandma. And unfortunately, I'm the one that gave you that tag. And
I am a grandma, so it's okay.
Well, you are. Yeah, that is true. You are a grandmother. So
I'm a grandmother of 6 now. I just had one last month.
Right. But for anybody who isn't familiar with Stop Injustice is out of Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah,
one of the biggest tyrant cities. Is it a town or a city?
It's a city, but I just live here. I'm out of Illinois. I'm out of Chicago.
I know that. I know that. But I'm just saying, where you are currently, you are in Tyrantville. That shit is crazy down there.
Oh yeah, they definitely insane out here. Definitely, and I got a lot of evidence to prove it. I'm just trying to get somebody to take a look at it because they don't really care. They don't really care. Bless you too, Luke. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you too for having me on. You know what I'm saying?
Shout outs to Mount Dean. He's joining in from Facebook. Mount Dean, if you ever want to join the stream, just come to YouTube, sign up to the Resistance channel on YouTube, and you can join in through YouTube. And that's for anybody else who's joining in or is viewing from Facebook as well. Shout out to Luke Weymouth, Level Eyes. Once again, everybody, Joe Black, Free Church Press. Oh, De Facto Media Group. Please check this out. Michigan police retaliate. Blind girl and baby get terrorized. It's going viral. Oh, man. I'm about to go to sleep.
Too cold in Kansas for me.
I'm going to have to check that out in a couple hours. Shout outs to De Facto Media Group. Did that joint pop up? It didn't even pop up, did it? Did that, I just highlighted a comment. Did it come up on screen?
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh, okay. I can't see it on my screen for some reason. All right, well, I'm going to check that out in the morning. De Facto Media Group. Shout outs to them. Well, I'm pretty sure I shouted all of y'all out at least 2 or 3 times. I see Dominique Thomas from Facebook. Oh, shit. The police just killed a 15-year-old girl 30 minutes after the George Floyd already ate. Shot her 4 times in the chest in Ohio. Yeah, shout out to Dominique Thomas. I covered that last night. A lot of people didn't like how I covered it because actually what I did was not check it. I didn't check it out first. I actually just brought it to you guys live. And I was upset. I definitely was upset that another black person was killed. Not only that, it was a 16-year-old female. So as we were checking the story out live, the story developed that she had a knife. And in the beginning, I was very upset towards the police officer who shot her. And I still say, I stand my ground that I don't think that he needed to take her life. Although we do know she had a knife and she was coming at another person. My opinion. That's what this is. This is what this is when I speak. In my opinion, yeah, it was a sticky situation, but I just don't think I just don't think that a 16-year-old had to die yesterday. It's just how I feel about it. You know?
I mean, you don't have to really know the story to talk about the story. I mean, that's more raw emotion. When you don't necessarily hear the whole story. But I mean, just like everybody else, we all gotta wait for what they come up with in the end. So
exactly, because they always say the first story is not the exact story.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, though. I mean, just because you don't know the whole facts, I mean, you can't say nothing about it until you know everything. I mean, that's just not how it works. I mean, when you're on the news and they got breaking news, they don't necessarily know everything about it. But I tell you, Fox News will tell you all about what their opinion is before they know everything. So why the hell you can't do it? So whatever. People can be upset about it. Whatever. Right. We having these reactions to this type of stuff because it's constant, and it makes you jump to those type of conclusions because there's so much of it. You know what I mean? So whatever. You went with what you had, so it is what it is.
No, but I mean, as it went along, it developed into that. Okay, she had a knife, and I pointed out that was definitely wrong, and it was a sticky situation for the police officer. And okay, aside from law, the fact was that he wasn't in danger, but the law says in Ohio that he can use deadly force to defend himself or a third party. Oh, all right. So it comes down to the fine line again for me. Just because you can kill don't mean you should kill. And I mean, he could have those same deadly shots that he offered, he could have offered them below the waist as well. You know, and remember, not to take away from the girl who got stabbed, because I don't know her and I don't know the situation. But remember, she was the caller.
Yeah, but he could have tased her. He could have tased her. He didn't have to do that. And plus, they say the Supreme Court has already ruled that they are not responsible for anybody's safety. So how can you use that as an excuse with your state law, which doesn't trump the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court has already ruled time and time again, and cops use this exact same law. So they can, to get up out of their own trouble, like the guy down in Florida who didn't run into the school to save the children that was getting shot up. And when the people tried to sue him, they brought up Castle Rock v. Gonzalez as a reason why he shouldn't be charged, because he has no duty to protect via Castle Rock v. Gonzalez. So yeah. So it's pretty contradictory, but they use it when it's convenient for them.
Right. So basically with the what's her name? Ma'Khia Bryant from out of Columbus, Ohio. I still stand on the fact that her life didn't have to be taken.
Well, yeah, they could have.
That's not me upholding the fact that she wasn't wrong by having a knife and trying to hurt somebody else. But listen, my whole thing is this: is that a police officer can just take a life like that, then it could be anybody's life in any kind of confrontational situation. You understand? If I'm making myself clear, like the policing needs to be probed into, and things need to be changed. That's all I'm saying. That little girl doesn't have to die. That is sad, man. That's some sad shit. And all we know about this woman, this soon to be woman, that was going to happen until he took her life. All we know is what we seen, and she's projected in a negative light. Like, let the chips fall where they may, and let this thing develop. And I'm gonna stay on top of that too. I'm gonna stay on top of it too, but I'm gonna let it develop. But I really think that he shouldn't have took her life. He didn't have to take her life.
I mean, she was technically defending herself, which they say you're supposed to be able to do, but like I said, it's not for regular public. It's for cops only. Maybe some Caucasians, to show some Caucasians, but definitely the cops.
Right. Hold on, Mouth Dean.
To feel safe and protect themselves. You're not. And that's what she was doing, because apparently she called because of what was going on. But
so Mouth Dean, if you type in the resistance, I think the first thing that's going to pop up is the rapper Drake. But you have to scroll down until you see two hands, and those hands, they belong to the actor that played in The Matrix. What's that black guy name? Lawrence Fishburne. He got two pills in his hand. I think one is red and one is green. I can't even. I always say blue. But one is red, one is green, and he has them in his hand. That's my channel right there. You want to hit that to join in on YouTube for the live streams. Also, you can go into my playlist, and you can go back to the videos that I had from when I first started. So, yeah.
I don't think so, Joe. But that's cool. It is a sad situation, but I don't think it was justified, as they have no duty to protect.
I was going to add something else to that. Oh, and finally, at the least, I believe he broke some kind of police procedure before he shot her. And people can say, well, how, and all that, but I can say, well, he shot into a crowd. Well, he didn't shoot into a crowd. And I watch my words because people take my words and they say, "Oh my God, he's spreading ill gospel." And he didn't shoot into a crowd, but he could have potentially shot that girl that he so-called was saved. That he saved. Let's not take that away from him. He did save her. A knife was coming down on her. Listen, with everything that's going on, it just don't look good. You know, it just don't look good. And I'm gonna say it one more time: just because you can kill, don't mean you have to. Doesn't mean that you have to. He could have unloaded below the waist, but stopping justice and said about 4 times. That's not how they train. You don't train to. You don't train to just take somebody down. You train to kill. So if you discharge your weapon, and you're part of the police force, and you want to use that motherfucker to kill somebody. So I'm so sick of it. I'm talking about what just happened yesterday with that girl, that 16-year-old girl, drained me out. A lot of people gave me heat about it. But I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't care what y'all think about me. And I'm not speaking about the people in the chat. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm talking about the people who be leaving the comments. I don't care about y'all. I don't think about y'all. It's none of my business what y'all think about me. And you can say, hey, you just made a fool out of yourself. You're a clown. Get all those kind of comments. I was worried about that. I would have never been a content creator. I know what content creators went through way before I started this. I had thick skin, so y'all need to just give it up, man, because I ain't going nowhere, and my opinion is always going to be brought forth. And you know, this goes to even the people who love me. You know, I'm human. You human. We all got different personalities. We all think different. Maybe sometimes I say something that y'all don't agree with. But, you know, that's life, man. That's life. Stop injustice. One more time, I appreciate you for coming through. I'm out of here. I'm about to make me something to eat.
Indeed.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of early out here, 8 a.m., so I'm going to continue doing some legal work while I got a little more energy. And I'll catch you on the next one, boss.
Definitely. You have a good night.
You too, man. Good night, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, later.
That was Stop Injustice, y'all. She hung out with us for 3 hours. It's a nice live stream. I like the flow. The flow was real nice and smooth tonight. Yeah, I wasn't all herky jerky on the computer and on the keyboard and the mouse. I just chill. I said I'm gonna let it flow. You know. So everything's over with, y'all. For now, pertaining to Chauvin. Of course, they're going to be, for the next 8 weeks, they're going to be bringing little pieces of news out and shit. I don't usually cover that little small shit, just major shit. So, you know, y'all know what it comes to see that shit. Alright, man, I'm out of here.
Hit the lights! Everybody about to get killed out here.